everyone, and welcome back to Clara's Creation. Clara's Creation presents geography videos. Geography videos from Clara's Creation. Hi, I'm Clara from Clara's Creation. The creator of Clara's Creation, Clara Rodriguez, addressing you. My motto, lead kind of light, our symbol is a star. Yo, Clara Rodriguez is willing to address the crowd. Chapter 3 7th Geography Tides. In this lesson, we are going to study following things: the keywords, meaning of the word tide, centrifugal force, gravitational force, occurrence of tides, and effects of tides. Answer the questions in the textbook itself. Part 1, page number 9. Kindly open to page number 9 and can you tell the answers to this question? And you have to hold a pen or a pencil in your hand. Open your textbook, page number 9, and answer the questions there itself. Look at the two images. And what are the differences that you can notice in these two images? High tide and low tide, but what else? Now, do the above two photographs of same place or different? The answer is same place, but at two different point of time. This image is clicked, it is the same place, but at two different point of time the image has been clicked. Now in Clara's Creation, you must have seen many videos or short reels on oceans, rivers, sea, or even pond. So we are going to learn something related to water. Something related to water. Geographical factor that is concerned with water and the water bodies like river, ocean, sea. So here you can see the photograph is of the same place. Now observe the same photograph and note the spread of water seen in both the hemisphere. What can you observe? The spread of water, how do you see? And observe it. And the answer over here is the level of the water is higher in the first picture and lower in the second. Where high tide is shown, the level of the water is high. And where the low tide is written, the level of the water is low. Now, what is this natural event called? This natural event is called tides. And yes, my dear students, here I introduce a topic for you. And we are going to study the chapter tides. The movement of the water changing after a specific period of time is called tides. And this is how somewhat the tide looks like as it is shown in this picture. So you say the water waves. Have you ever spent your time? In my meditation video, I told you to spend time towards river, towards sea, and feel the calmness, feel the presence of the water waves, and gently close your eyes now as you do in your meditation video. And imagine that same river, or a sea, or an ocean, or a beach before you. And then try to recollect the definition. The movement of the water, sea water changing after a specific period of time is called tides. When you see the water waves rising high above and it splashes out, and you can even see the roads getting wet due to it, that is high tide. You love spending time on beach, you love going to chapati, you love bandra ceilings, so your water does. The cycle of the high tide and the low tide takes 12 hours 25 minutes to get completed. So this is the next key point in this lesson you need to know. And here, part 2, I have introduced the definition of tides. Is it clear, my dear students? You can pause for 2 minutes and revise the definition. get the image of the sea waves before you and just close your eyes. Meditation is only not an assembly, it could be also when you're preparing yourself for your test. Tides are directly related to forces. One is a centrifugal force and next is a gravitational force. Part 3, Gravitational force and centrifugal force. So tides are connected with centrifugal force and the gravitational force. Now look at this picture here. Tides are caused by gravitational force, the centrifugal force. Centrifugal force is a force which acts opposite to the gravitational force. So the centrifugal force will be acting in the opposite direction of your gravitational force. And gravitational force is what? Let's have a look at it. Here you can see the definition of the orbit of the image of orbit of a moon, the pull of the moon of the earth on each side, the pull of the moon towards the gravity. It's pulling it downwards. Any two objects that attracts towards each other is called gravitational force. Now when you're attracting any two objects towards yourself, that is a gravitational force. Here you could see it is defined. The orbit of the moon and the definition of the gravitational force. And earlier what you saw was the definition of a centrifugal force. Now this is a little confusing, I'll repeat it again for you. Centrifugal force is a force which acts in the opposite direction of the gravitational force. And the gravitational force is when two objects attract towards each other. That is the gravitational force. So we looked at a definition of tide, we looked at a definition of the centrifugal force and the gravitational force. The occurrence of tides. Tide occurs due to the relative position of the sun, moon and the earth. We saw that in your chapter 2. The sun, the earth and the moon. This is a part 5 that you need to know when tide occurs. It depends on the relative position of the sun, moon and the earth. There are two types of tides, the high tide and the low tide. And again there is another type of a tide, spring tide and a neap tide. The rest factors we'll study later on. But for now, you only need to remember this much. Prepared by Clara Rodriguez, the creator of Clara's creation. This is the most important diagram, so I again brought it towards the end. Thank you. Stay connected with Clara's creation. Happy learning to you all. Thank you. If you found the content useful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, share and subscribe and comment. Thank you very much. God bless you.